Wow, I'm kind of getting tired of making videos. I probably shouldn't have decided to do them all at the same day, one after the other, after the other, after the other. But anyway, this video is about the group project because yes, there is a group project this term. I always have a group project in my classes because I hate doing group projects, but they are extremely important in helping you learn how to work together. Because unless you already have a plan for your life where no humans are involved and you don't have to interact with anyone ever, you're going to have to learn how to work with people. Now, when I do this group project, huge important thing is it's mostly a follows direction kind of project. I am telling you exactly what I want you to do. And if you do exactly what I want you to do, you're going to be great. That doesn't happen a lot because people seem to think they've got a different idea. So just giving you that heads up. Also, the group does not get a grade. The individual gets a grade. So a lot of times one person in the group will have an A and one person in the group will fail. But it's because you are in charge of your personal decisions. The actual presentation itself is not a large part of the grade. Most of the grade is based on your individual part. So if you are the kind of person who does absolutely everything, dude, golden, it's going to be so easy for you. It's going to be stressful because you're so used to it being the project. But I promise you, you're going to be okay. If you are the kind of person who tries to ride other people's coattails, does absolutely nothing throughout the entire term until 1 week before a project's due, and then you swoop in there to try to act all frantic and like you're trying really hard, you're not going to do very well because you start being graded on this project the very beginning of the semester. So with the very first assignment, you have begun getting graded on the semester long project or this group project. So doing that share screen thing again, so I can show you what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. So I am in the papers and such area, and you scroll down and you see group project details. So here's the details of your group project. It's a bunch of words. Here's what I've already said, where it's pointing out it's an individual grade and saying that you, the individual, are in charge of doing your part. So again, if you don't do all the things you're supposed to do, you're the reason you didn't get a good grade. So make sure to do what you're supposed to do. Now, you have to select which group you're going to be in. You are not guaranteed any group. You have to click this link and then claim your group. I will then reply whether or not you got it, and then I will add your name into the discussion, which I'll show you in just a moment. So notice I say you pick the group number you find with the most interesting stories. You're going to go down here to claim topic. And so like say that group 4 looks interesting to you. Claim topic. I would like group 4, please. Or I want group 4 or group 4. I don't care as long as you say group 4. Then you should also say my second choice is group 7. My third choice is group 3. If you give me, I was about to say a stratified choice, but if you tell me in the order of your preference, then you're more likely to get something you want because it's limited how many people will be in each group. And if you only list one group and enough people have already listed it as theirs, then I'm going to tell you that group is closed. What's your second choice? If you are not fast at responding, you might miss your second choice. So it is in your best interest to tell me your top 3 choices. I go by the timestamp, by the way, when the stuff's turned in order to keep things fair. And I'm not telling you how many people are in each group because it depends on how many people actually start the term, because I just take what's there and divide it. You have until August 25th to claim your topic. If you never claim your topic, then after August 25th, that closes. That is a grade you do not get, and you are assigned a topic. Now, how I do articles throughout this course. These are hyperlinks to the actual news article. But if you can't access it, then what is right here is the PDF of the same article. The PDF might not be as pretty because, it basically makes it like you're printing it on paper. And so it might not quite be as nice, but it's free and it does not require you to have a subscription to any of the newspapers. If you do have subscriptions to things like New York Times and stuff, you'll be able to use the links. But I want to make sure you know this is where to get the PDF of the same article. So you either click here or here. So how it works, say that I'm doing this extreme heat waves. If I click this link, it should open a brand new link right here. The page, here are the places most at risk from record shattering heat. And so this is about the global heat wave. If I don't have access to the New York Times, then I click PDF here and it brings me here. Same title. And here's the same article. So you have access to everything. This is also how I do all the articles for the discussions, by the way. I'm also going to show you that if you're wanting to look at others, PDFs of articles, this is where every single PDF for all of the articles for the group projects are. This is also all of the PDFs for every link for current stuff that I have in this course, whether it's for the group or whether it's for discussions. Then we have older articles. And so we have a whole bunch here. The reason I'm showing you this is it might help you a little bit with your group project, because the group project says right here, you're going to select your group number that, sounds interesting to you. Each group is going to put more research into the news articles, find more current news articles to go with the provided articles, and explain how these could be affected by or affecting the current climate crisis, and then tie it into the textbook. So putting more research into the news articles, those old PDFs might help guide you. That would not be a good choice for the older ones to be more current news articles, because more current news articles I would expect to be within the last year, preferably sooner, like much more recent, because most of these articles that are here are 2023. There might be a couple that are at the end of 2022, but most of them are 2023, and a lot of them are just from this summer alone. So they are very, very recent articles. Now, this is the basic part. Here you go. You have to remember Wikipedia, not a valid source, so please don't use that. There's other little rules here, but the basic gist for this first part is decide which one sounds the most interesting to you, and then claim topic. So you click here, claim topic, and then you claim it. It's not going to look like this for you. I'm not a student, so you get to see what I see. Yeah, so claim topic as soon as you can. Make sure to go back and look at the assignment for my feedback so you know that you got your topic. Once you have officially gotten your topic, I will say, got it, you got it, it's yours, something like that. Your name will then appear in the discussion board like this. So the discussion board is for you to communicate with your group about the project. So say that you selected group 1, I get it, and I say, you got it, then your name will be placed here. So you can keep track of how many people are being added to each group. If a group closes, then it will be crossed out in that the group project document we were just looking at. It will be struck through and it will say group is closed, and I post announcements when groups close. So make sure that you're giving me choices. So as groups close, you've got other options. And I keep saying this because what happens is there will be a few people who, man, bam, they jump on it. And in the first 2 days, one of the groups might close. And then you've got the people who wait until like a week and a half, and then they try to claim it. And there's only 1 or 2 options and they're frustrated. So I would recommend doing it sooner. Now, this is a big part to read right here. This is where I've set up discussion boards for each group. This is for communication purposes for the group project, and you are expected to use it. This is the group discussion board that actually factors into your personal grade. In other words, use these boards. So I'm telling you right here, part of your grade is using these discussion boards. If you decide to communicate any other way, that's your prerogative, but this is part of your grade. So I would recommend make sure to use these discussion boards. Okay, now, we are going to go back to content, and we're going to go to group project grading. There shouldn't be an S there. I'm going to fix it right now. So there we go. Bam. Group project grading. Okay, this is telling you again about group projects, what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. Rubric that you are filling out about your group. So you are also grading the people in your group. I am telling you how I'm going to grade it. Your personal grade will be on whether or not you turned in everything required. It's going to be if you stated which group did the best and why. How many questions you actually answered, how many questions you asked, how many presentations you viewed, your participation, which includes using the group discussion boards. When you first posted, how many threads you started, how many you read, how many you replied to, everything, and then the actual presentation. So the actual presentation really is not a huge part of this grade, and that's what I want to make sure you understand. The actual presentation is the smallest part of the grade. The rest is all your individual work. So if you want to do well, you have to actually do what you're supposed to do. So there you go. That is pretty much the entire group project. You're going to be working on it throughout the term and saying what you want to do. I've got little things built in to try to help push you along. Yeah, so that's your group project. Remember, individual grade, individual work. So you better make sure you work. And that is it. Peace.